Hi loves, Lisa Clausen here. So, how are you today? I wanted to come on today to talk about how to use energy medicine in the form of essential oils to take care of your body, but also of your emotions, your emotional patterns, and your energy level. Energy level and energy balance. As you know, Albert Einstein said everything is energy, and we as human beings, we certainly are energetic beings, right? So we have our physical body, we have our thoughts have a frequency, we have our emotions having frequencies, different frequencies because of different emotions, and we have our spiritual connection that's giving a higher consciousness, a higher energy frequency. And throughout our body we have different frequencies, different organs. We have our skeleton, we have our skin, muscles, organs, heart, eyes, mouth, and so on. And why I wanted to do this today is that actually yesterday evening I had been out dancing, came home sober, yes, fully sober and content after dancing. However, somehow I managed to fall. I was reaching for the washing machine and suddenly I experienced myself falling hard to the floor and sprinkling my wrist. But you probably had that feeling, you as well, sensing at the same time as you're falling, you kind of are aware, oh wow, this is going to be a hard hit, wow, and then you crash to the floor or wherever you fall, and I sensed like this hit hard, and I was so afraid that I had broken my wrist. Luckily I didn't. So the first thing I did that was to reach for my essential oils, and I wanted to share some everyday tips on what I use myself, and maybe that can be something that inspires you if you like to have and build as well a all natural, herbal based, nature based home pharmacy. And yes, so the oils that I use myself and that I also work with and that I also integrate in my coaching are from doTERRA. So what happened then last night? I fell, I hit hard. So this is what I straightforward went and grabbed quick as I could after crawling off the floor, is something called deep blue. And deep blue is good for the skeleton, the muscles. You know, it's a lot of athletes and sport people using this one. You can use it yourself when you go exercising, if you have a training ache or tennis elbow or whatever ache in that way in the body. And since the sprinkle, I was afraid that there would be like a real break in the skeleton. So this is what I went for. And it holds, well, for instance, like wintergreens, camphor, blue tansy, German chamomile, helichrysum, ylang ylang, and so on and so on. So it's a special blend, and it comes in many forms. It's like a cream. This is a cream. You also have it like in the form like in an ordinary 100% oil, pure oil. And if you use it in a pure form, it is advised to mix it with a base oil, because you don't want to get skin sensitivities. So to avoid skin sensitivities, I suggest that you, every time you use your essential oils, if you do use them on the skin, even if it's not necessary, but anyways, that you use a base oil together with it. And it also comes in the form of a roll-on. So that's this kind of size, and it's really easy to bring with you wherever you go, and then you know easily can roll it on, whether on your, you know, out sporting, if you're at the gym, or you know, if you travel or something like that. And a new thing is also it comes in a stick. Anyways, I know a lot of you are dancers. Like me, you love to dance. And what I sometimes do when I come home from a dance, if my feet are aching, you know, walking on high heels for hours and dancing, I rub this on my feet before going to bed. There's also another oil that I don't have with me right now. That's called Aroma Touch. That one is also really, really good to use on aching dance feet. Anyways, so this morning I had a blue swallow patch here, and I had some yellow bruising here, but it's much better now. So what I did as well this morning, I put on lavender. So lavender is also healing if you have scars, if you have mosquito bites, or you have something you want to heal. I suggest also using lavender, and lavender also comes in this roll-on form. So I'm actually going to put some on here, because what I do now with this injury is to several times a day I add oils and comfort for it. Okay, so what more do we have? Every morning I start with these. So warm boiled water, not stoking hot, but warm water, and 1 or 2 drops of lemon. That's alkalizing, cleaning, clearing, and also invigorating, you know, raising your energy. And then peppermint, because peppermint is also good for your energy, and it's good for your stomach, your how you digest food, and it's good if you have any stomach cramps or something like that. Okay, so what more might you be interested in? Let's see. Yeah, maybe you as well as me, sometimes when you go to bed, you get those cramps in your legs. Yeah, do you sense that too? So it might be that you're stressed, you have drank too little water, or you have a deficiency of magnesium. So besides maybe taking a glass of water and a couple of magnesium tablets, I rub these on my feet, and that is lemongrass and marjoram. And if I don't have magnesium at home, you know, these will do very well. Anyways, so these are really, really good to have. They usually help a lot. Yeah, so, and what we have, all of us more or less, or within our family, that is colds, flus, and whether that's bacteria or virus-based. So these are my go-tos dealing with that, and that is tea tree oil and oregano. So I typically take these two in an empty vegan capsule. I take like 2 drops of each maybe. Fill it in this capsule, put it together, and swallow it. So when it comes to essential oils, I would say, now I talked about like certain places you know, if you have an injury, you know where to put the oils. If you have cramp in your feet or legs, you know where to put that. However, in general, you can use the oils to support your nervous system. So the back of your neck and down the spine, and also on your hands and feet where you have acupuncture points. And that goes for your ears as well, actually. And then where your skin is thin, like the perfume points. And I like to use the oils on my heart as well, depending on what kind of oil it is. Yeah. And for me, having a background as a yoga teacher, I'm a life yoga, Kundalini yoga teacher. So how I see life, how I see health, how I see emotions, how I see personal and spiritual development comes very much from reading and directing the chakra system. So I also use the oils in access to the chakra points in our body. So tell me, what more might we have? Yeah, I forgot to say also about lavender. That is a good base essential oil because it is a high level, high frequency oil. So it lifts us, it's healing, and it's also good for the fifth chakra. And the fifth chakra has to do with expressing your truth, your creativity, and take place with your expression and voice. So that is a goodie. Let's see. I don't want to tell you too much. Well, how about the heart? The secrets of the heart. So where are you when it comes to love? Maybe you have some heartache to heal. Maybe it is something current. However, how I like to see the oils, you know, you use them for something that is current here and now, but we all carry emotional patterns, whether from our own life or as we learn that we also inherit actually from previous generations through our DNA, emotional patterns and trauma patterns. So even though that infant is really innocent, we carry things when we come into this world. We also are affected from what happened at conception. We are affected from being in our mother's womb. And when it comes to matters of the heart, I guess we all experienced heartbreak. So I want to show you uranium. Of course, the ultimate oil for the heart is, I love this, the ultimate oil for the heart is the rose. However, if you were to have a pure oil like this one, it is really, 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 really expensive. You can have it like this when it's mixed with a coconut and a base oil, so to speak, then it's more affordable. But uranium you can use, and I find uranium being like a tender rose, caring oil, a caring sensation. And the same goes for magnolia, that I also really, really like. These two are beautiful. And you know, when we talk about love isn't just like with a partner love relationship. Love is also about self-love. So these are beautiful to work on with also long term. And of course, I then direct them to the heart chakra, so I put them on the heart. However, you know, put them around the neck, put them around under your feet. So when you go to bed, you might want to take the kind of oils that supports you where you are right now, or if it's a long-term emotional pattern that you want to break, heal, release. And speaking about love, let's talk about sensuality, shall we? Guess several of you might be interested. Yeah, let's start with this one that you probably heard about, ylang ylang. And this is also a very nice, it's kind of a woody scent to it. So ylang ylang, that's an aphrodisiacum that you probably heard of. And the beauty of essential oils are that they are multifaceted. So actually ylang ylang then supporting your second chakra, your sacral chakra, that has to do with relationships, sexuality, creativity, relationships, but it is also supporting the inner child. So you can use it on your heart as well. It's really beautiful. So then you see. And then we have wild orange. So wild orange is also a playful oil. It connects the second chakra, your sacral. So playful, happy, and sensual. And all citrus oils are uplifting and gives energy. And the fun thing about this oil is, at the same time that it is energizing and playful and a happy vibe, it also is calming, distressing. So that's a beautiful mix of this oil, wild orange. And the citrus oils you can actually, from this clean brand, I can't say that about any other essential oil brand. You know, I don't know them, but I can say for this brand, that you actually can use the citrus oils internally. So you take 1 or 2 drops in a, you can have like a liter of water that you fill up in the morning and you drink during the day. You can have them in desserts, in your smoothies, in your teas, and so on. I like to use wild orange and lemon in desserts, for instance. Yes. And what more did I take here? Yeah. And then we have this one. This is a beauty. This is really essential oil. It is a sexual, or I should say, sexual healer, it is said. So if you have some issues, difficulties around sexuality, sensuality, this can be a beautiful healer. And it smells beautifully. So I actually often use it as a perfume because I really like this scent. And a lot of people becomes, oh, wow, what's that? They are intrigued by it. I really like it. Okay, my loves, have I spoken enough? Okay, so let's just take these two. I've spoken about lemon before and citruses, and if you combine these, I have a bit of an ache in my wrist. So if we take the grapefruit and the lemon together, that is actually good if you have a hangover. And grapefruit by itself is good for your third chakra. So if you have digestive issues, grapefruit could be a good one to take. And as I mentioned before, as well as peppermint is good for your digestion and if you have aches in your stomach. Okay, I don't feel like I want to overwhelm you because I have mentioned a lot of oils. But when I talk like this, I think you will get the understanding or grips over how you can incorporate essential oils in your everyday life. It's like your go-to herbal pharmacy that you have at home. Because I know a lot of people just like me, you are not so keen on using chemicals and so on. You want to live as natural as possible. You want to be able to control what you put inside and on your body. Yes, I want to mention this, however, like when it comes to skincare. So what you can do, like I mentioned, it's good to have a base oil. So this is fractionated coconut oil. So it goes quickly into the skin and doesn't leave like oily stains on your clothing. And if you don't want that particular one, you could use, for instance, jojoba oil. And jojoba oil is good for your face because its size is quite similar to our own pH and good for the skin. I'm sorry, I forget that it's sprinkled. So what I like to use on my face is jojoba oil as a base, and then I maybe put in frankincense. That's good for the skin, takes away spots, and it's high spiritual frequency. And I like to take uranium. If you have a sensitive skin, that's really good. And you can also take lavender. So that's a beautiful combination. And what I actually do when I use it for my face, you know, I have that on mix it in my hands and then put it on. And then I have excess. So then I put a reminder on my chest and actually on my breasts. Because, you know, frankincense is also an oil that several research shows actually is good for cancer. I'm not saying that, you know, these oils treat cancer, but there are a number of research that you can find online that actually talks about that. So you see how you can use the oils for different things. Yes, and Saturday I went to an event, and instead of the just alcoholic hand sanitizers, there's one here called On Guard, and it holds essential oils that are good for your immune system and bacteria and so on. And I used this, and people came, oh, what's that? It smells so good. It actually smells like Christmas. It's, among other things, cinnamon and wild orange, but it is good for the immune system. So this is a keeper to have in your handbag. Okay, my loves, I hope you enjoyed this showing of how to use essential oils and what I use, example of that. And if any of these oils, or you want to talk about some physical or emotional challenge you're going through, you are very welcome to DM me. There's a possibility to order essential oils through me, and I will direct you and, you know, suggest what might work for you. Okay, take care. Thank you. Bye.